certifies all judges. If you're a judge in a professional fight, you're certified by, I think it's the ABC or the ABA or something like that. I forgot what the initials are. But in order to judge a fight, you have to be certified. And they give guidelines as to, what the scoring criteria should be for every round. These guys are supposed to know at any given point in the round, who's winning the round. So, the first 30 seconds, that judge is supposed to be able to say, all right, so far this person's winning, or, as the round progresses. So every minute of the round, you're supposed to keep track of who's ahead in that round, basically. Mm-hmm. And then the other criteria, of course, is, hard and clean punching, effective aggression, ring generalship, and defense. Those are the things that you score on. And then they tell you, the 10-point bus system, or, a lot of people don't know a judge can score around 10-10 if he can't tell who won a round. And we've only seen that every so often because even the guidelines are, don't ever do that. Yes, you can score around 10-10, but don't do it. And then there's other, rules as to, how you go about scoring a knockdown or, other things that pertain to what might happen in that fight. Now, the problem with, guys that, for me, that just look at the jab and say, yeah, but look what he's doing, his jab. Okay, look, I look at the jab as, I guess the best way I can describe it as, like, Olympic diving or gymnastics.
Oh.
Right? The jab, that's what the jab is kind of to me. Where, say you get a diver who goes up and does a 1.5, right? Most perfect, beautiful dive, no splash, body was in the right position. You say, oh, wow, look at that beautiful 1.5 he just did. But then the next guy comes up, right, and he does an inward 2.5 somersault, 4.5 full twist dive that wasn't so perfect, right?
Hey, Stace. But you so far ahead of me. You so far above my head and my listeners' head. We're gonna need you to start speaking.
I'm bringing it down. I'm about to bring it back.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you got one guy who does a perfect dive, but it was easy, and then you got another guy who did a really hard dive that wasn't so perfect. You're not going to let the guy who did the real simple dive beat the guy who did the really hard dive.
Okay.
Which is called level of difficulty. That's what a jab is. The jab is the easiest punch you can throw versus the most difficult punch you can throw, which might be a hook from your backhand. So if you're a conventional fighter, you're throwing, that would be your right hook.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
If a guy is able to land a right hook on you, it is more difficult to land a right hook than it is to land a jab. So you can't argue to me that, a guy who should win a fight simply because he had an effective jab. No, man, these punches are weighted. A jab isn't worth as much as a right hook.
Right.
Coming from a right-hander. It's not worth as much as or any hook, because it's a more difficult punch to land. And Canelo was landing the more difficult punches to land on the fighter, and he was punching in combination. So Canelo would start the exchange with maybe a 2-punch combination. Yes, Golovkin would hit him with something in the middle of that, maybe a jab, maybe a cross, but then Canelo would finish the exchange with something big. So, if you got Canelo who maybe landed 3 hard punches and say, Golovkin landed 3 jabs, you can't weigh those punches the same. This is not Olympic scoring,
mm-hmm.
Where you're just scoring every touch. So you have to look at the level of difficulty. You have to look at the punches that Canelo was throwing and landing versus what Golovkin was throwing and landing. And yes, Golovkin threw a lot of jabs, but I'm sorry, man, that's a punch with your lead hand that you're just kind of sticking out there, and it doesn't have the same level of difficulty as the punches that Canelo was able to push himself, put his body in the right position to throw, and to actually land. So that's why I don't give a lot of weight to a guy. Now, can you win a fight with jabs? Of course you can, if your opponent ain't doing nothing. If it's a jabbing contest, then okay, well, you just got to count the jabs. But this one, a jabbing contest. The first half of this fight, this was Golovkin throwing a lot of jabs, trying to control the ring with that shut jab, but he was not stopping or changing what Canelo was doing. Canelo had effective aggression. right? Because he was coming for it, he was landing his punches, and Golovkin's jab did not dissuade Canelo from what he wanted to do. So you cannot weigh those punches the same. So a guy like Stephen A. who was like, yeah, but his jab, but his jab, but his jab. What did his jab do?
Right, because if the jab doesn't deter you, it's pointless.
Right, exactly. And the jab was a punch that you used to set up other work. So Golovkin wasn't working behind his jab. You know, in a lot of those cases, he was using his jab defensively to kind of, keep Canelo in a position that supposedly I guess he wanted Canelo in, but Canelo wasn't giving him what he wanted, which is another odd thing because the whole lead up to the fight was that Canelo was going to be defensive and run, and he wasn't going to do what they call Mexican style. You and I talked about this because even you had said a couple of months ago when I said Canelo should fight going backwards on his heel, he was like, wait, a Mexican going backwards? That ain't going to happen.
Right.
You called that a few months ago. I mean, I was saying Canelo should change it up and do that. But Canelo came out and gave them exactly what they wanted to see from Canelo, and they could not deal with it. That's what I saw. I saw a man coming forward and said, all right, man, you want Mexican style? You want Mexican style? Here it is. And there was no answer until probably, I don't know, round 7 or round 8 was the first time that really I saw it. Golovkin kind of got on track.
Okay, did he get on track or did Canelo run out of gas?
Man, that's hard to tell. It could have been a little bit of both because I was sitting there thinking, in the first 5 rounds of this fight, I was up on social media doing the fight, and I sent down a quick little thing into the room that, hey man, and of course, all the Golovkin people jumped on that, but hey man, the first half of the fight, Golovkin looked old. And the second half of the fight, yeah, that's a good question, man. I don't know if Canelo was really starting to just kind of slow down because maybe he got outpunched himself the first 6 rounds of the fight, which could have been just a natural result of Canelo's output that first round, those first 6 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been a combination of, whatever it was. Although Canelo did fight a much better fight than he did the first time around, he was still kind of playing with the same thing that happened that first fight. He did lose steam, or maybe, Golovkin came on, whatever it was. But he definitely lost the back half of this fight. Very much the same way he did the first fight, the first time they fought.
Now, next question. This joke of a rematch. Talk to me.
If they do a third fight, if I was...
No. This other joke of a rematch. Because the trilogy is already in the bag with that one. We already know that's gonna happen. This 40-year-old dude that's who potentially washed up fighting this 38-year-old dude who's definitely washed up.
If it's real, I don't know. Are they saying that's a real thing?
He was talking like it was.
I don't know, man. My whole thing is, dude, look, if you retire, stay retired. If you're going to come back, then come back. Because you notice he ain't talking about coming back fighting Crawford.
Oh.
Matter of fact, ain't neither one of them talking about it. Pacquiao was actually straight up with you fight Crawford. He was like, hell no, not at this point in my career. Crazy. I can't deal with that young dude. So, man, it's like, dude, you already... he claimed he don't need the money. I don't know what to say about the guy. He's getting to a point now where he's just going to tarnish, what should be just a stellar career. And, to me, you just kind of knocking a little bit of gloss off of it. A lot of people love you, man. We love what you did in the ring in your prime. You ain't got nothing to prove, man. But if you really feel you got something to prove, then come back and fight Crawford. Come back and fight, who's the other dude? Keith Thurman. You know what? If you really think you can still do it, come back and fight somebody of note. But I don't know why he would do that at this point in his life. So he claims, if you don't need the money, what's the point in doing this, man? Why would people want to see two fighters out of their prime? So I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about it. I think it's a bad choice on his part. But, I mean, it is what it is. It's definitely not going to generate, the type of spectacle that he generated when he came back and fought McGregor, because everybody, a lot of people, I don't know why a lot of people thought, but a lot of people thought that McGregor had a chance. So, in this case, everybody knows Pacquiao ain't got a chance. So, it's like, what?
But you got guys who just, they totally believe in people like Skip Bayless, and that type of foolishness will allow them to sell this fight. Because he'll talk it up, he'll keep talking it up, and he'll get to talking that Floyd is scared. Because, in my opinion, Floyd puts out this perpetual lie about his lack of finances to get people interested. And what I mean by that is this. Anytime Floyd is about to fight, and he's been off for a little while, you ever notice that he always has a tax issue? He always now he's $50 million in the hole to the casinos. And these are the same casinos that put Charles Barkley on blast for $3 million, but somehow, someway, they let Floyd owe them 50. I think it's to create the image of we hate Floyd so much that we are going to go pay to see him lose ultimately.
Yeah, I mean, that fueled his career, probably the last 5 fights of his career, that people hated him so much they just want to see him lose. I mean, people still hate him that much. They just want to see him lose.
Right.
I don't know what that's worth now. So, yeah, no doubt that sentiment is out there, that people just hate the dude to the degree that they don't care what shape he's in. They just want to see him lose. I mean, Floyd could come in just super slow, man, way overweight, out of shape, and people will still celebrate the fact that he lost, even though this is not the same Floyd Mayweather that, that he was, 5 years ago, 6 years, 10 years ago. They just want to see the man with that name lose. But I don't know, as far as him being 50, I mean, look, you're talking about a dude today who earned over $500 million in his career. $50 million shouldn't seem that much to a cat that should be worth more than $500 million.
Right. Right. That's what I said.
So,
hey.
And, plus last time I heard, he was only living in Vegas. He ain't got houses throughout the whole country or throughout the world for that matter.
I think he got a couple cribs in Cali too, from what I understand, but that's down the street.
Yeah. Right. I mean, that's, Los Angeles or wherever is just a hop and a skip away. So, I don't know, man. If it's really about the money, or I don't know, maybe he misses the spotlight, or why Pacquiao, I mean, I don't know.
People's champ.
I guess, man. I don't know. People's champ and Pacquiao. I mean, because I would say if you're trying to make money like that, man, if Crawford hadn't embarrassed Horn the way he did, you want to come back and fight a guy like Jeff Horn, because then you got the whole racial dynamic going, like he had before. Because it seems like in this country, people care a lot about that black-white issue. And we know that's true. I'm not trying to be racial, but when it comes to boxing, hey, man, that black and white thing, man, that still puts a lot of people still spend a lot of money to see stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it ain't a Jeff Horn out there right now for him. So maybe Pacquiao's the next best thing. But like I said, man, some of these young guys, I couldn't see. What is he? Is he 42 now? 41? I couldn't see that cat at this age. Trying to take on somebody, half his age.
Yeah. Hey, man, he get in the ring with one of them young boys, they gonna beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, quite possibly.
That would be an ass whooping of epic proportions.
I mean, it could be.
He could get in the ring with one of them young boys like Terrence Crawford, and they could let him use PEDs and he'll get his ass whooped.
Could be.